Hi guys, have you ever wondered how you can fit a double swag on a single stretcher? Well, I was thinking this myself because I used to always camp with a single swag on a single stretcher, and that was all fine. But recently, as in now, I decided to go on a trip to South Australia, and a lot of the places that I'm going to be staying at are campgrounds or even caravan parks. But I was only taking my swag. And um, the issue with that is that I don't really have anywhere to get changed or stuff like that. So I thought, well, what I'll get is a bigger swag, and that way I can get changed inside there. There's a lot more room in there for activities. Not that there's going to be any activities in there, but um, I decided I was going to get a double swag. So what I got was the big Oztrail Sundowner, which is the 1550 model. And then I started looking for a double stretcher to hold that swag. Problem was, there's not many out there, and the reviews that I've seen, a lot of them basically say that they're not strong enough. You bow in the middle, or there's a bar down the middle, and you've got to sort of sit to the side of the bar. So I was at a bit of a loss as to what I'm going to do. I then decided, you know what, I'm just going to sleep on the ground, set the swag up on the ground. But the problem with that is that I'm going, well, right now it's just the start of September and there's been a lot of rain in Victoria and South Australia. So the ground's all wet, and I didn't really want to put my dry swag on wet mud and set up that way. So then I started thinking about it, and I think I've come up with a pretty good idea, and I'm going to show you what I've done. It's very simple, and I'm sure that other people out there have done it. However, I couldn't find any videos on YouTube where someone actually does it. So I've put one on, and maybe you guys can copy it if you want. So this is what I got going. Now I've used aluminium box section, but you could use timber or you could use anything. But all I've done is that. So that's a bit of aluminium box section, and I've just cut it to the, it's a 1550 swag, so I've cut it to 1650, and it's sitting on a King's single stretcher, and I've just cut little slots in here to hold those rings so it doesn't slide. So they just slot in there like that and like that. So there's one at both ends, but there's none in the middle, and you don't really need one in the middle. So both ends, the slot in there and the slot in there. Now you might be thinking that you're going to have overhang. So if you're laying in your swag and you roll to the side, you're going to fall down. Well, I don't think that really matters, because I know for me, I sleep in the middle of the swag. So even if you can enter through, I know with this swag, you can enter through this end, so I don't have to worry about entering through the side and it flipping over. So I just enter through the end, and I lay in the middle there, and like I can even put pressure on the side here, and I'm not falling. So it's stable, so you don't have to worry about that. And you know, all I really do is I just put my, you know, phone or bottle of water or something in the side, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to hold much weight. But that's all you really have to do. So I mean, by all means, go and buy a double stretch if you want, but for me, this works perfectly, and I've slept in it a few nights now, and it's done all right for me. So if you think that's going to work for you, have a go yourself. The reason I chose aluminium is because I had access to aluminium, but also it's stronger, it's lightweight, and it'll last a lot longer than a piece of timber would. But having said that, you could just cut a piece of decking board or something like that and just put a little notch in it to hold the rings, and it's perfect. All right, well, I hope that helps. Bye.